Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the third part of this mini-series, call it whatever, where we just play through the Natlan Archon Quest. Today, I'm going to start the second act, and hopefully maybe finish it in the entire one video. Hopefully, not like the last time that I did an hour and 30-minute video, and then the second one was just 30 minutes, but we'll see how things go. But if you're going to enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Everything will be much appreciated. And yeah, let's start the second act right here. Take a walk around the people of the springs. I assume we're going to start getting into some of the Pyro Archon things with Capitano in the second act. I believe there is not third act, but we'll see.
The Koholosaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Their bellies are super
The
bouncy.
Koholosaurus. That's how I would pronounce it. But in Koholosaurus,
Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road, just yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs. So,
well, Annie.
Hey, guys. Sleep well last night?
yep, this area is
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is
Hey, Moalani!
Or we could go back, check on Kachina, or go to Kinich.
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina?
Oh,
Is she back as well?
Kachina is back.
Kachina fell in battle.
Oh,
But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her.
Alright, thanks for letting me know.
alright, can we go check on Kachina then? Well, I thought that
She
would
sounded
happen,
a little
yeah.
anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news.
Moalani. You said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't it make more sense to send them to attack Kachina and her small team?
I'm really not sure what cunning means currently. I'm going to Google it
Paimon wants
if
them
I
to
find
be
my
in
phone.
any more danger. It's just
Here it is.
Relax,
Let
I
me
get
find
it.
what it means.
The Abyss is difficult to understand, that's for sure.
Meaning of
At a glance, it certainly seems like the only
Of
goal is total destruction.
cunning.
The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or planning could it possibly possess?
Alright, so having or showing skill in achieving one's ends by deceit or evasion. Interesting.
But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things aren't quite so simple. 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded
Yeah.
Teyvat. That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time, and Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the
It sounds
Abyss.
like we're finally getting to the lore. The first act seemed like, as I said, very hangouty and everything, but now
Even
we're
so,
actually talking
the
Abyss
effects of
and
the
everything.
invasion lingered for hundreds of years, only able to be reversed little by little. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from underground. Unrelenting black winds tore across the lands of the Flower Feather. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We
Alright.
once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct. But its method, we now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom and has the capacity to read the
and that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought them.
In other nations, I've seen how much effort it takes to train. Yeah. In a sure day, who knows how long it will take for this war to end.
You must have had to sacrifice a lot lot to get.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts
Sure.
of all who fought against them will become a story. To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves. Anyway, let's head to the stadium.
Yeah.
The sea's not going anywhere.
Let's go. Chapter 5, Act 2. Black stone under a white stone. Let's get it. Go to the Stadium of the Sacred Flames. I have some new waypoints unlocked, as I said in the previous video. I don't have all of them yet, but I'll work on that probably off camera. Won't be making videos about that. But what I want to try and do is save, not pick up much of the, what are they called, pyroclasses, and then make a video of, or a live stream of me just collecting all of them, which should be like 600, I think. They said it's like 600 or something, so that will be a long video or a long live stream, either or. Alright, cutscene, maybe. Perhaps. Everyone returned except Regina. That's sad. But it's fine, she will be resurrected.
Whoa, this place is packed already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kinich, finally.
Kinich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your...
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as Kachina made him out to be.
Hey, look! Is it about
Alright,
the sun?
let's see it.
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just let's go somewhere higher up, so Kachina...
Alright, let's see it. Classic old man in every nation.
Warriors of Natlan! We are the inheritors of memory and legend! Those who grew alongside sun and wind! Those who forged our own destiny and future! That is Natlan's fire! The lifeblood of our nation!
That was weird, the black and grey flash. Pause. I was supposed to click, oops. What a great shot that was.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
Oh!
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But
What's going on? This has never happened before. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it.
Oh.
The Ode rekindles all victors. We witnessed it countless times.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
I'll trust her.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YAB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't
True.
just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YAB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No! She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter
I'm
how
curious what's
daunting
going
the
to happen
situation,
here.
No matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person who don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough.
Mavujka.
There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies to prevent further casualties. I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself.
How about Nahida? You can
But
go and
doubt
ask
is
her.
a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance.
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much.
I have a question, Archon.
Alright.
My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extreme. I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat.
How does she suddenly know about us? What? Huh? I don't mind.
Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no...
Did she just ask us
Yes,
to come along?
exactly.
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
Yeah, Kenichi will just come with us, why not? I was thinking about something. I'll talk about it when we have some time where you have to walk somewhere. I think there's going to be plenty of dialogue coming our way now.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
Which is our next quest, as always.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan.
She's interesting as well. She was in the first
She
trailer.
wasn't afraid of
I'm
death
not sure
because she
about her
knew
name still, but yeah.
if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to bring her back to life. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now?
Fix the Night
Sit
Kingdom.
peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her
Wow,
friends
wow, wow.
or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our...
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will likely be more casualties. But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kinich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
Can we just like be sent there as well, die, quote unquote, and see what's happening there?
I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespect.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser.
Why aren't we saying anything? Or
either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules.
What are these shots?
It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen. Then we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep.
Let's just fight all of the Fatuis.
This won't. I understand your anger, Mualani. But
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon...
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the Sacred Flame.
Good.
I've considered
Good.
that, but
Yes.
the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
What happens if you stay in the Night Kingdom for a long
You've
period
learned
of time?
about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes?
Something like
the
that,
Night
yeah.
Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story.
Isn't the Pyro Archon supposed to share a secret with us that will change everything? I think that's what was said in the first trailer.
Devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you... I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
How?
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return.
She will go, for sure.
Do you still choose to go?
And we'll go with her.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
And let's all just get into it.
What do you think?
True.
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have
Actually, I think in each one go.
extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom.
I hope they won't want me to remember her ancient name. I don't
Then comes
remember
the
that.
hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Of course we
Under
can.
normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you, and the Abyss certainly will.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Paimon's the only one who's scared?
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wayab.
Why?
We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs. But that spiritual quality also means it can be used.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think I'd be hearing about it.
Alright.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only...
Now let's talk.
Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious.
How did she just expect us
I've heard
to?
all about your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
We don't need that, honestly.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you've visited?
It's kind of complicated.
We're pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
Is this actually the first, like, what the Archon expected us? I think so, yeah.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time.
That's what I want to know.
Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But there are important things to...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us
True.
to... It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what she asked us to tell you. She said you'd know what that means.
Is that an ancient name, perhaps?
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force. I can feel them flowing within the talisman. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Are they that close?
But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it. And once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
If she will be still there, let's be honest. Why are these three staying behind, or these two, Kinichan?
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan. And Kachina's disappearance...
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense
Yeah.
panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last a little longer.
You mean?
Yes. Come with me.
What can it be? I'm really like, what can let it go a little longer? It has to be something with the Fatui, right? Like, I don't believe it will be something else.
The sacred flame must never go out.
Maybe this will be it.
Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the... So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
Alright.
That can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends. All we can do.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice...
If not me, then who? No other is capable of... I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my
Fair.
duty.
She's still just a human being, but with a greater power, is what she's saying, basically.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Oh. We'll take them out like this. These two are nothing. But this one.
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with.
The first of the 11.
Secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking!
Jeez.
the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Holy shit. What a cutscene that was. Holy.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
He almost just... First of all, how can he be just human and fly around the sky like that?
Imagine someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah, there'll be something more to Captain as well.
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis.
Exactly.
I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not...
No. We're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes, but fear not.
Alright. From what I've seen on social media... Oh, they go. Yeah, they're still talking. Fine.
Rested solely in its Archon.
Why again the
Together
black and
we foresaw the only path
the grey
that
and
leads
white?
to our nation's future. We must trust.
Is everything okay, Archon?
No.
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Alright, so what I wanted to say, hopefully before we start talking again, that I saw a theory that Capitano is a brother of the late Pyro Archon, and he wants to resurrect her/him. So that's why he's here. Because his brother is still, or his sibling is still able to be revived by the Oath of Resurrection. That's a theory that I saw. That was the Capitano fight that we just heard, I'm pretty sure.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going...
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Everyone really hopes nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, but Capitano seems like he is an... So far from what I've seen from this, and I think everyone saw that, it seems like he's an ice vision, cryovision, and a sword user. Of course, that can be just the visuals and everything, and he might be anything else but that, but he seemed really like strong lore-wise.
What can you tell us about the science of the canopy?
Like maybe even too strong.
Tribespeople are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling,
Volcano parkour, cheese.
or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures.
A llama.
I'm not doing any of that.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head
Alright. The third tribal chief that we're going to meet, and... Alright. Hello there.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom.
rescue her. From
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens,
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
I feel like it's going to get stolen from us.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts. So we slowly got to know each other. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe too.
Quichi.
She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The
How
Night
long can you
Kingdom is
record?
like a river
36 minutes.
flowing with concepts. And the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it. And
We couldn't do that ourselves?
with a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for an...
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path out.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I like the new designs of the NPCs. They look way cooler, you can say. What about this? Let me quickly check my reputation or how it works here. Whoa, that's completely different than I thought. Something for level 0? No. What is this? First version known as... Perhaps one way held high against the stars. It might... Interesting. Books, we want those. And here, a present. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Also, there's still 3 tribes that we cannot visit. I feel like they're going to be in the next updates, most likely. Is that going to be him? No, that's Pacha. Look for Vihama, maybe. Here he is. Richana, maybe. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of anything.
Admiring the scenery. Hello there, are you Bichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Whoa, the voice doesn't match at all. But it's fine.
What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. I'll help you. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to...
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named...
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it...
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's...
Then we're agreed. Can I help?
There's going to be something wrong with this request. A moment of silence.
I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world.
Is she animal? Do I see that correctly? We have another animal character here. That is animal, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem like an eyes.
Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood.
Wow, you got all that just from...
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them.
Wait, are you saying you're going
Oops.
to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that...
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept...
Oh, I see. What about...
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, we'll need a place to store them.
Alright.
You can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe around here somewhere.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly.
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so...
It seems a bit shady, not gonna lie, but... Yeah.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina.
I'm surprised that Chaska, I think her name is animal. I'm a bit surprised by that. But it's fine, another animal character. Haven't had that in a while. When was the last animal character? Let me quickly check. It was Xian Cloud Retainer. Not going to try and pronounce her name. I'm just incapable of doing that.
Hello. Do you have hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes.
How much? Oh, the whole thing? Let me see.
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn... All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant.
Alright, 30,000 more. Hello.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a
Perfect. Is that the only...
That might be tough. Tell you what.
Thank you so much.
If he has only one, then there's going to be a problem with that in the story.
Relax. Everything's going...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about... Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the Night Kingdom, she'd have a whole pile of obsidian ready in a heartbeat.
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Alright, good.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. Here you go. By the way, I heard you mention Vichama just now. How's he doing? Malco's been gone
5 years.
5 years now.
Do you know what happened
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. But I don't know all the details. Vichama and Malco grew up. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Vichama excelled at scouting. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage, but on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama suffered an injury.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss. Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with the Pyro Archon. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop.
It seems like everyone is just dying in Natlan.
But the shadow of Malco's death had the abyss has caused so much suffering. And some wounds never heal. Anyway, that's the gist of it. Maybe.
Alright, now we're supposed to go and meet him. Yeah. Alright, I think we're supposed to transform here and just E our way. Yeah. So far, for me, the best mode of transport has been in Sumeru, where you had the hook. Here it's similar, but you have to be transporting to an animal.
Did you get everything?
I'm sorry, but the character design on Cheska is just a bit too insane, I would say.
When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments. So, as agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name. Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned. I've always blamed myself for what.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
But when you told me about Kachina, I realized.
But this is a lot of things we have to listen.
Alive, fighting for survival in the night.
But that happened several years ago. The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the sea.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malco and I promised each other, even if we never manage to root out the abyss for good. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area...
Alright, let's see it.
Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom.
So we're going to fight here.
It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Oh, we're supposed to be going through these, alright. I thought we would be actually going to a different dimension. Oh. Well, then I should have taken a faster character. Come on, you got it. Huh?
Settle down.
They are tanky.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Alright. Wait, I'm still Kazura. Good. Whoa, what happened to him?
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
I need like one or two more. Alright, there we have it. So we have Kachina back, right? What is this thing?
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the abyss is getting stronger.
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Jesus, I didn't expect this. I'm sorry for how loud this is, but Jesus. I thought it's just a cutscene and then suddenly you're supposed to be.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Seat Lolly. Get back!
She's a bow user.
Wait!
Whoa.
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in
Yeah,
time.
she's animal for sure.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the...
Okay, I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama? Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now.
Yeah, after 5 years, it's high.
Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, and now... It's too late to save him. From the minute he left that day.
Jeez, there's really a lot of
sure
like
he's
sad
had
parts
over the
in
years.
Natlan.
Let's just...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama?
Huh? This is...
His ancient name? Hmm?
Hey, Malco. Got any strength left?
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words? Sure.
I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. We won't have to mourn.
Is this the
Suck.
best?
Always had to beat me at everything, didn't you? Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. But just in case, Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
This is like his last memory, I think. And it's gone.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me unbelievably happy. But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
A deeper pain? Why?
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now,
Yeah.
his hands were shaking. And his smile was forced. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard...
Will
Chief
every
Rhino wasn't
tribe
on
have a
board
sad
before.
story? I'm like, I don't have anything against it, but it's just... I'm not used to this. Jeez.
When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger, but I also understood why you had to try. Ever once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with that way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act, there's no... That's something I had to
Alright.
learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more determined now. I promised I would find her, and
that's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses powers of purification. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
We're supposed to still go to the whole different dimension, so we're not even halfway done, I would say.
Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get... and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Don't destroy it. Sure thing, mate. We return destroyed, as always. That's the younger sister.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Waina. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
Alright, and that's a younger sister.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own, and tried to devour her. That strength of will pushed her to survive, but it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the Cuckoosaurs.
Cuckoosaurs.
Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
For some reason, Paimon can
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing.
I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kids, you're fighting one. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve conflicts. She's no... It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings...
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now when...
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young, because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt something like that even if you wanted to. Better try. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back and let a loved one put their life on the line.
I just want to say he looks like Lucio from Overwatch. For those who know,
It's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a...
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Waina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
Exactly.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to say—
All right, whatever. Anything else?
You... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who you are.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display quality.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Waina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
Whoa. That...
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
And just walks off. To the Night Kingdom we go! Woo!
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way, down to the very tone of voice. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister. You're tough kids. That doesn't mean you have to go it alone.
Exactly.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
About that.
About that?
Yeah.
If only Tone-Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Alright.
I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation.
Exactly.
Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
And how do we get there exactly? Alright. Bring Kachina's ancient name to Mavuika. I'm kinda sad in a way that we've already got to experience the cutscene. Because I hope there will be like another one maybe with Capitano. Because him as a character is something. He as a character is something different, completely new I would say even. Seems like the most cool Fatui Harbinger that we will be able to play so far. Of course, me as a Dottore enjoyer, I'm looking forward to him being a playable character, hopefully in the future. Let's hope that happens. Was the recording time? 1 hour and 5 minutes. Alright. So, by time, we should be like half of the way to the quest. I think the top that I'll go is like 2 hours and 10 minutes. After that I'm just going to stop the recording for sure. Or like around that.
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
I want to hear it. Not just this.
Chewie again? We
Yeah.
can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
Maybe.
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing.
I'm thinking if Natlan is the like a nation in the worst situation. Because Mondstadt had Signora and Dvalin. Leo had Child and the water creature. I'm not sure what its name was. Inazuma had the Baal and Signora yet again. Sumeru had Wanderer and the Dore. Oh, what was that? What is it called? Fontaine had what did it have? Alecchino and the Primordial Sea, and here we have Fatuis and the Abyss.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact.
You're the Archon I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that
you have nothing to be sorry about. We all
She's like a mom.
By our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
Alright. And Kinich was sent somewhere else, right? Alright, why is this camera moving this way? Oh. Cool place. A lot of random stuff. Jeez.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Yeah.
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Wow. I've never seen this place before. There's so...
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory.
Fair.
Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the if you're curious about an item. I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Is there going to be something that will like give us a clue about something? Examine. But wait, let me... It's animal. No. Yeah, animal for sure. There's no doubt. But still, Chaska, just her model overall. It's... yeah. It's insane, I would say. Fisherman's equipment.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of...
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish, and his meticulous... In his eyes, I saw...
How old is she?
And a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon...
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss. He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which... Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's...
Well, Paimon thinks he won't...
That was my answer as well. The experience was far... In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head to head sometime.
She seems most human, even though we know that... What's her name? Even though we know Furina is the most human.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head.
True.
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength. This belt is a symbol of great honor within the association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was difficult, and even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Katera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter. He would often wear this version when training in order to...
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time.
Alright, so that's the second thing. I like that hammer. Can I take it, please? I see the jar. Is there anything else? There is. The talisman, anything else here? Whoa. And you are? This is the last thing I'm going to observe, then we'll continue.
This weapon is...
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago.
Who are
Strictly
these people
speaking, he
here?
didn't belong to any single tribe.
It's her. Maybe her parents?
That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had
exiled.
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle. And he united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his ancient name, and so he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors and civilians who lost their lives.
Wow.
Indeed. Even now, his story is...
Alright, now let's talk to her, actually. Mawika, here we go. I like these shots that they're doing, just random ones, but still.
So let's wait a little. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through... Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past, but there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist.
Well.
They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination.
Fair.
The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
Alright.
You're quite familiar with that concept.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often we forget the past and neglect the future, while the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct.
How many have there been?
No special power.
Alright, so it is maybe Capitan's brother.
He used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan, namely a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the... Wait, is that a family portrait?
I thought so as well.
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you.
Oh, she's going to be dead.
Paimon was Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain cell.
It's alright. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity.
She never said
I'm forever proud
none of them
the life
passed,
I
so
used
that's
to
good.
lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians who were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about?
True.
As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that...
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by
And
now,
now we're
right?
going to find out.
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, we'll place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
So we still don't know if they're alive or not. Where are we supposed to place it? Alright, let's go.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Alright. Oh, Kachina!
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the Abyss.
Alright.
I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys.
Aw.
You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come rescue me.
She'll be crying and shouting at her.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final.
She's not crying, alright.
I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to...
I'm really scared.
Oh.
Everything's so dark and creepy here. Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me. I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close, we can't call it.
And connection.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse this entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside.
That's fine.
I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on Son. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
She will be really important, or he. I'm really not sure if it's a he or she, I'll be honest. Yan-san, I mean. But yeah, alright. Let's go places. So now we're going to the Night Kingdom. I think it's going to end a little bit after we get out of the Night Kingdom. And we're recording for an hour and 20 minutes. I won't probably end it in the Night Kingdom, so if it's going to take us to be another hour there, I'm going to just push through it and release probably a 2-hour video. But yeah, I also released the pulling video for those who watched. I hope you enjoyed. For those who didn't, you can check it out. I think it's going to be not the last video that I uploaded, but the second last, because I uploaded it before the half an hour of the Archon Quest. I think I released it like 3 hours before that. So yeah. I should go into Honkai again and play that game, but now I'm more focused on Genshin and Zen Zone Zero, honestly. In Zen Zone Zero I should probably... wait, let me take something. In Zen Zone Zero I still haven't played the newest story with Jaina, or Jane Doe, I'm not really sure about her name. It's just Jane, I think. There is a second name for sure, but I don't remember it. I haven't played that at all, so I need to play that as well. But I'm waiting for her release, because I want to pull for her. So that might be a video by itself. But let's continue for now. So we're a party of 4. This isn't the kingdom yet, I think. We still have to... yeah, that will be the entry.
Underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization, ruled by humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yeah.
They had their own
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle after
why are you all laughing like that?
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let any...
When I'm thinking about what what dragons do we know? Nubilet, Azdaha, I'm pretty sure. Is Dvalin one of them? I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure Apep is one of them. The one that we can...
trainer. I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer?
I really don't know how to... I really don't know how to use these creatures yet.
Actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports.
Alright, can I go?
Just
Yeah.
mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all...
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Hello, good people.
Into the wind.
Settle down.
Well, they're not actually people, but yeah, whatever.
Be sanctified.
I should have just altered this. It's fine. I'm pretty sure my Novat is still not built completely, and same goes. Wait, where did my charge attack go? I don't know. I think I'm still haven't leveled up to all of his talents. Alright, what now? Start. Oh, alright. Jeez. Yeah, this will be probably a bit longer than 2 hours, if we're going to be a long time in the Night Kingdom itself. But we'll see. As I said, I don't mind. I think it's better to put it out as one big video. Alright, let's try this. Can it be water? It cannot. Fine. Alright, get rid of these. We get something here. Oh, it opens the door, alright. Another transformation. I'm happy when it just leads you, that I don't have to do anything, honestly. Alright. Will it just open? It will, alright. Let me apply water or hydro. Good.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Let the mighty
I'm very sure I have my charge attack though, like the normal attack on level 10, which is the most important part. I'll just auto him to death. Good. An exquisite chest. I hope I'm not missing anything. Transform again. Alright. What now?
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up and we'll be there. Nothing
Is
to
it better just...
for you to say.
Yeah. At least I'll get used to this. To the creatures, it seems. Get that, get that. And here we are.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay,
Yep.
Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before...
Just push her through instantly. No time to lose time.
Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
I'm sorry, I'm responding to someone. There's a message. Yeah.
Energy is probably
Jeez.
what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies.
Alright.
I'm more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Yeah.
It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Oh, just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? Right. We still got a job to do.
Exactly.
All we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the...
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in...
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Yeah.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Who is that?
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
Is it going to be his friend?
Vichama's friend. Malcolm.
Jeez.
I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that. Even after all these years, he'd still take... Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls... Turns out even our regrets were exact...
Whether in triumph or death, you won't...
Exactly.
Alright.
May not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
We'll make it out for sure.
This bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ow.
Back here. You can't go wandering off.
I didn't go wandering though.
My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Alright, now we can go.
We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Slowly but surely. Ouch. Leave me alone. Jeez. Alright.
Stabilize.
Let me put up another shield just in case.
Not good. More monsters.
Well, I'm fine with
Shouldn't
these.
waste our time on them.
Settle down. The tides beckon.
If we shouldn't waste our time, let me just press all the buttons that I have. Put up a shield again.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
This place looks interesting though.
Stick close.
We're supposed to get through that crack later. We saw that in the trailer as well. Something's happening. Why would the Abyss attack us though?
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the Abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Why is that Abyss actually attacking us when I think about it? Aren't we like pretty important to her? Pretty important to them because we are the sibling of their princess?
Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
I'm kinda interested about what they're going to say. Talk to Kachina. Ha. Kachina! I was about to just say how are we supposed to talk to her. Here she is. It looks like a lot like the chasm, the underground. She feels like she's alone there. Whoa.
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey,
You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
good idea. Let's go.
Yeah.
One with nature. Bow your head.
Let's just take care of them. Lovely. Talk to Kachina.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Good question.
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me?
Why would we visit the biop when we want to get out?
I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection.
Alright.
And I know it has something to do with the That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to be.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each.
Alright.
Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem. Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
We've seen in the trailer as well that we're supposed to meet a person here, probably next to the Viop. So let's see.
We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night King.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the YF. Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's a... No, I'm fine. Just up ahead.
Alright, let's go.
Besides, I can still fight, so please.
Help listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the YF. Not because you don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit.
All right. The sooner we get this done.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything.
You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Exactly. Reunion. Check on the Viop.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Alright, this seems really interesting though. There's a lot of things happening there. I'm not going there though. So is this the Viop? The body of it? It looks like the statue of the sun that was upside down in Liyue.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the YF from answering our calls. Alright, get ready everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
A herald! Thank God it's a pyre one.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I just...
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past.
We have, yeah.
But underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril. No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art.
Alright.
I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity society is full of lambs willing to offer. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You want ancient names, pride,
Friendship.
all empty ideas invented to give you the Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power.
All right.
Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure while you
Well, because she's the Archon.
Kachina, give me your hand.
Tap.
Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to feed because I'm not alone anymore.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the
True.
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. It comes the power lies not in the ideal, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and
well said.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you...
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Are we going to be playing as Kachina and Moalani again? Just 2 of them. Freak. Yeah. Screw it of Times of Redemption, honestly. I'm not sure. Is his name is someone that we've met before maybe and I just don't remember. Alright, now we have to get through the shield. Whoa, ouch. Wait, how does it work against these things is my question. Alright, this is not dealing damage to it. Alright, got that out. And that's it. Alright. I thought I would be using just Novelette and it would be much easier, but this was nice as well.
That's what he gets for underestimating Mewtwo. Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fantastic. This makes me so unbelievably happy.
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? What's happening?
An ancient name of someone.
My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
Huh?
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption.
This is the character that we saw. He has a hammer as well. Can I have a hammer?
Seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power. It took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary.
He will be the origin of the name, I think.
That for the Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
Fair.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the wild. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impact.
So Moalani is the one who's supposed to unite the tribes.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins,
Even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with our vision for Natlan, even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
Fist bomb. Come on. Yeah. He's really a giant though. Did he really just make an appearance for like 3 minutes? Even if that. Whoa.
What's wrong, Moalani? So many memories. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds
I
like something
said
that's going to need a lot of
he/she is important.
Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first.
I'm still not sure if it's a he or she. Don't tell me there's another button measure. Alright, good.
Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here, and I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer.
Yeah.
I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children.
Oh.
It has always been my honor to protect. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need the story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No matter what. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to go now, my children. Save me.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Alright, let's get to the running part, shall we?
We're out of time. It's the power of the abyss. Quick,
Whoa.
we need to run.
Goodbye, Wyatt.
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us!
A chest? No. Do I have to actually run now? Oh, I do. Why is it travel though? Why of all characters? Well, because it's story here. That's fine. Come on.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
How?
We need to hurry, or we'll be
How am I
stuck
supposed
here.
to see that? Is it closing? No, my stamina. It's fine, I can just run around it like this. Oh, it's kind of close, actually.
Quick, through the middle.
Alright, let's see it. Cutscene. She's Electro, alright. Fish or someone. Or the Pyro Archon is the easiest answer. Yeah. Gee.
You've done well. Now come home.
Have we just opened a giant hole on the map? Jeez, alright. Alright. This, I think we're nearing the end. That's kind of the unfortunate part, but
We're back.
yes, we are.
Pyro Archon saved us. But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
Oh, there's two of them again.
Her consciousness?
Every great display of power comes at a price. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro are...
I recommend getting a full checkup. Just to make sure no...
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
True.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The YUP mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Alright, interesting. But that's going to be probably in 5.1. I think now we will have time to do quest with Morlani. Kinich has to play a big part, I think. There's no way he's just going to be left out. He's being pretty left out from this version, but I feel like in the next version, 5.1 or further, he will play a big role. I cannot believe that he would play a big role, honestly. He seems important, I would say. Alright, let's see. Hello, we're back.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
That's true as well.
Good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the abyss...
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro are... Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
Something. Alright, that's not good. That's good.
Alright, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform it. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely...
That's what I was saying, because I'm the sibling of the princess. You know? Like my character, not me, of course.
He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Well, because you're the primordial one, we know that. Don't play dumb here.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patience to see...
Thank you, Koichi.
Alright. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah. Sisters. Alright, now explain everything.
So much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
Yes.
It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Oh, it's fine. It's going to be done in like 2 months. We're going to get rid of that in the next 2 updates.
No. That can't be true, can it?
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this
Yeah, and
nation.
someone being one of them.
Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Tibet were invaded by the Abyss.
Yes.
Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion.
Alright.
The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization, and even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines.
Alright.
Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to
Which
the
is
Abyss.
happening right now.
But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories.
Tupac.
Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then, and it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human.
Is she 500 years old as well?
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan.
So her family is long gone, and she's the only one surviving, simply said, because she's the Archon.
A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse.
We saw that in Farina.
But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one.
Alright.
If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab.
Alright.
Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war.
Does that mean Mualani, Kachina, Kinich, Yansan, and then Chaska, I think, and one more, which might be, what's his name, Capitano, are the 6 heroes? Maybe, perhaps?
The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation.
1, 2, 3, 4, Kinich, and
500 years ago.
yeah, maybe it will be, actually.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
Yes.
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes.
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way.
Yeah.
The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
Alright, so it won't be Capitano.
Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
So it's... Oh, Shilonen, I forgot. So Shilonen is instead of Kachina, the one that looks like Dea. Kinich, yeah. And then Iansan, as I said.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your
So
wife,
Mualani. And we're missing two.
In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Is Cheska not one of them? I would believe that she would be one of them.
But we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
No, because
Wouldn't that
then...
make everything go a lot faster?
Then she would change the future and everything.
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final two heroes are then?
That's right.
She could.
Their time is yet to
Alright,
come.
guess not.
Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom.
Right.
After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly
Am I at
important.
2 hours already?
But there's an
Yes,
even
I am.
more
Oops.
significant trait they all share. Every item, over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the battle.
Alright.
It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted.
But weren't they all precious treasures?
What? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power. I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all
So we
deserve
don't
my
know
thanks,
the
actually.
two heroes.
If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the Abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan...
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense,
True.
if you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to...
Well, if that's the case, now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubts.
Still, now that I know the danger,
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. All right.
All right. Are we going to see some memories or something? Or what is happening? Oh. Alright, 2 hours and more. apologies for this, but I don't want to end it like right now. It would be just dumb.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together.
Yeah.
It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
And she's gone. What is this place though? That's what I'm curious about. There's a lot of like these pillars, and it seems each of them, either she's moving to like the next part, or
Our nation is engulfed in darkness.
oh, it's all of the
Our
treasures.
tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would my rage will never know absolution. Then my power will no longer aid you in. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
Alright. So she's remembering all of the sacrifices and all of the treasures that she was given. Tacos.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again?
This is sad.
What about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is.
So this is
Just
the
remember,
past.
No matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
And now, maybe her dad is the only one that I can think of is missing.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it.
Imagine she would be the damslet.
So, don't forget about me.
That would be out of the world. Out of this world, honestly. But I don't think that's possible, honestly. I just wanted to, I don't know, I just felt like saying that.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
I think it's going to be her father at the end there. Only person that I can think of, honestly.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
So this is the late Pyro Archon, the first one.
Forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
And here?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Alright. Alright, jeez. This will be interesting. I'm looking forward to the next Archon quests. I would love to play them already, but I'll have to wait a month or something. Alright, let me try to speed this up a bit so it's not almost 3 hours. I'm really not sure how long it will be. Am I going incorrectly? Let me just follow this path. It'll be much simpler. My disk space will be crying so hard after this. For those who don't know, like the 1 hour and 30-minute video, the release was like 11 gigabytes. And this is going to be almost 2.5 hours, so that should be like 15 maybe gigabytes, maybe even more.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my...
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so...
She didn't cause any trouble during your...
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful info...
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so...
So, what you're saying is...
You deliberately provoked her, so she take the impulse out on you.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her... Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this. Or it'll be even hard. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Yay.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Hyman's had enough and...
You cannot say that to someone who has their sibling as the leader of the Abyss. Well, you can, but still. But yeah, so it's Kinich, Shilonan, Moalani, and Tiansan so far. We're missing 2 heroes. Here is the tribal chief. Look at those moves.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend and...
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first...
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild. So I stopped to bandage his wound. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started...
I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It was wrong.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to
Yeah.
the Bit Warden Wars.
So, what up?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle Puck. Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, they've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the night. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for that.
Well said!
Yay. All happy.
I'll drink to that. To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion. Hey, please don't make fun of.
Can I talk to Marika? I have to talk to her, of course. Hello. This isn't a good
You're
picture.
here. Have some fruit juice. I got it special. You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Why didn't you get the heroes of the past to join? True, why not?
Because they had their own lives. The
Fair.
thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. I couldn't make them shoulder. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt...
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, alright.
So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and built. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something. This
Alright.
is a war.
It is.
And there can be no war without loss. I am already far more. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends is our...
I suppose, but so what?
So she knows
Don't
everything.
forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our... This is a pivotal moment. We are still three to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side. What up? Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an
So, alright, but we're not that important.
If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but...
Alright, I'm taking
if
that
they
deal
couldn't
for
be
sure.
forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still. Take this as my... Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you.
Alright.
That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore...
Wonderful.
Exactly.
Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but...
And there we have it. Act 2 completed in 2 hours and 20-ish minutes.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro
Oh.
Archon has lost much of her power.
That is enough.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Alright.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have I've never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
Noble of him, we have to admit that. And in Gnosis remarks, not Gnosis, Vision. No, I didn't see anything.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
He's talking to the one of the tribe people.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
It's a male.
You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
Who can it? Oh, it's going to be the one that we saw in the trailer, right? I'm not sure about his name anymore.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
And that's it. Alright. Loved it. Honestly, loved it. What is the quest that's appearing to me currently? I don't know, but yeah, I loved every single bit of this. But I'll put an end to this video here. Thank you for watching. Expect a video from me talking about what I think will happen in the future, what I think about this entirely. I'll make a video about that, hopefully not longer than 25 minutes, something like that, something shorter, not this long. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. Everything will be much appreciated. And yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next videos. Goodbye. Alright, I take it back. I'm going to add this at the end of the video because I just tried to talk to Mavieka, and you have some questions that you can ask about the captain's whereabouts.
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind.
While we're talking about this, could I quickly find who that was? Because I know I have a picture of him saved somewhere. I just don't know where. Alright, I cannot find it. But it's on the Instagram.
I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion.
Alright.
If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know. Oh, something else you'd like to
Elemental energy and the Abyss.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us actually understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself. Something else you'd like
About
to
the
ask?
absence of people from Natlan in other nations.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricable, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from. Everyone in Natlan understands this.
Well, Bennett
That's
can
why our
still be
people
from
never
Natlan
leave
then.
without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry.
Alright, so that's it. I'll probably go and ask some other people as well, but I'm not going to include it. And the character that I think Capitano was talking to is Auroron. We've seen him in the trail standing next to him when in the first trailer where we saw Mavieka for the first time and everyone. I think that could be Auroron. I think he could be the one who is helping Capitano in Natlan. But yeah, that will be it. Goodbye.